And we are starting, this is a very interesting spot right here in the Dead Woods. We've got some Dark Nuts right up the start. Looks like Jam is headed towards a vanilla start, while BT is going to be checking some push block screens. We have a mixed overworld between first and second quest. And 26 rupees for our medium secret. That is really low, minimum of 25. But Jam's found his any roads. That could be useful, but finds one of them is power bracelet blocked. He's not getting back in there anytime soon. Both were runners about to check vanilla level 6 area. Well, it's the same 26 rupee secret that Jam found. Armos will still have an item somewhere, but this is not one of them. And because we have the deceptive hints, we do have the vanilla text, so no community hints here. Looks like Jam is going to try and scroll to the first quest blue ring shop. Very well done. And there's another one of those any roads. That leads to, oh, the raft spot. These any roads are really not the most accessible. But we'll see what he decides to do with it. He's just going to go back to vanilla level 3, which is first quest. Some of these are going to be first quest, others going to be second. beeTeas is going to head a bit further down and finds, oh, level 9, right near one of those take any's. Level 9 does not check to see how many Triforce he needs to get in. And yet now he's realized that he needs to check. This isn't just Pentaforce anymore. How many Trinkles do we need? 5. So never mind me, it is Pentaforce. Okay then. But beeTeas has the information. 5 Triforce shards will get you into level 9. And Jam is also going to start collecting those secrets and 17 rupee bombs. Certainly not great, but we've had plenty worse. Can be from 1 to 40, that range. And a bit of covering tracks. beeTeas will also be able to get this bomb spot open in the Dead Woods that Jam had to pass up for lack of rupees. And Toaster, you do make a good point. It is below the default 20 rupee starting price, but still, it's not the best, but you do make a good point. More money-making games, and does not get a win. beeTeas is, beeTeas and gets from neg 18 to plus 19. And is beeTeas on this train again? Ooh, minus 43. That is not going to work. So beeTeas losing all his rupees. Tub Thump and Strat's not working, but that candle will do some work. And yes, this is just random tunics. Our runners do not have an immediate red ring. Not this tournament, anyway. And Avalon has a recorder along the coast. There's our white sword item, and that could be required. That a recorder can open up to 10 spots, including first quest level 2. But he does get 26 rupees back from that small secret. On only half a heart, though, so has to be a little bit careful and finds the dungeon. Let's see if we can figure out what dungeon this is. We are playing with mixed quest dungeons. So 1 through 6 will be of one quest, and 7, 8, 9 will be of the other, but we don't know which is which yet. It's unlike beeTeas, Jam is not at all interested in that money-making game. And that doesn't open for a Jam, so that's not a little bit of a wasted bomb. Let's see if Jam decides to go into this dungeon at all. Yes, he is. Interesting, as BT does get a door repair. Looks like it's 21 rupees for the door repair. Leop returns on Death Mountain. It's definitely good to know, but might indicate that this is level 7. I'm not 100% sure if those secrets are randomized or not, if those hints are randomized or not in this flag set. Alright, so... Oh, right, and because it's deceptive, the hints are only 50-50 true, so it's only half a chance that it's on Death Mountain. Thank you for reminding me. As JamEvil, a variation of the pirouette to get that top door open. And let's see... this is vanilla, this first quest level 1. Alright, very interesting. So there will be 2 items in here. That tells us that we have first quest levels 1 through 6, and second quest 7, 8, 9. So a very good pickup there for Jam. It's also going to help him a ton in other dungeons. However, dealing with all these Wizrobes and having only 2 bombs is going to be a slight bit of an issue. And those Stalfos are not going to go down easy either. BT on a Zombie Link, having to pay the heart on only 3 hearts to get through that old man. And that long straightaway on that side makes me think that he is in level 7 or 8. He's second quest 7 or 8, the Spiral and the Anti-Spiral.
Alright, while we're waiting for August 40 to get back, I'm going to help you out a little bit here, Algernon. Just so you don't have to do it all by yourself, even though I know you're more capable. But, yeah. Besides, I want to commentate on this a little bit anyway.
Thank you, Krim. Go ahead. Anything you've seen that I've missed, you play this much better than I do, so I'm sure I've missed something.
Well, so far, I mean, it's been pretty much straightforward. We have first quest 1 through 6, which means second quest 7 through 8, or 7 through 9. You were correct with the assumption that BT was in second quest 8. So, so far, it doesn't seem overly bad for our runners yet. I mean, outside the typical Z1R stuff.
Outside the typical Z1R stuff, indeed, as Jam runs into a room full of danger noodles and is like, yeah, no. BT's finding another take, and he gets a heart container for his troubles. And Jam also finds a heart container as a floor drop in level 1.
Yeah, you notice that he was very cautious there, wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to spawn the Triforce when he collected that last rupee. Unfortunately, gets met with Wizrobes, and without the sword, can't really do much. Both of our runners, while of course all of our runners will look for the sword, neither of them are going to actually stop exploration just to go search all the open caves. So we may see quite a few blocks like that early on here until they find that sword location.
I mean, both these are very capable runners, even without a sword, especially if you get some other kind of weapons. That red candle's going to help, but it's not going to be what he was looking for, I'm sure. So I think we may have just a pure combat block guarding that last room, which I believe has to have the stair.
Yeah, very possible. The other thing to note about that red candle, it was the floor drop, so that ensures that the heart that Jam got was indeed the dungeon heart, and it was not the ladder heart, so he does know that that's still out there.
Yes, that is definitely a good thing to be aware of and keep on track, as we see our big secret 113 rupees and a spin. That's definitely going to be helpful for BT.
Yeah, the 113 rupees is really good for these runners because they'll be able to prioritize bomb upgrades and other items such as that. Maybe arrows if they find a bow relatively soon. That would also be a nice thing to grab, just because you don't know if you're going to run into those blocks. And of course, well, the bait, because meat blocks are definitely a thing with second quest dungeons on.
Meat blocks are definitely a thing. I believe having the possibility of second quest dungeons means there is a second bait block.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably going to see it in second quest level 7 somewhere if anyone chooses to actually dig through there.
That is true. With only 5 Triforces, our runners can be a lot more picky about what dungeons they want to dig, as long as they get the requisite items. In chat pointing out that it's the low levels on first quest that triggers the second bait block to be in the randomized dungeons. So Jam has found this level that I believe beeTeas found earlier as second quest level 8. So it's going to be interesting to see if he digs it. There are, as in first quest level 8, 2 item staircases, but there's also walk-through walls, 5 transports, and 2 one-way staircases.
Yeah, we see Jam trying to set up for the clip there, but instead just up and A's and probably makes the good decision, especially swordless, and leaves. Now, beeTeas earlier was able to do a little more exploration. He only had 3 hearts, so he was able to activate what we call a zombie link. If you spend a heart and a money or a life for him, it will just take away all your health instead of taking away a heart.
Yeah, so you're guaranteed to always have at least 3 hearts when you go at it, as I believe we've narrowed it down our potential almost to the Lost Hills, if chat is steering me the right way. beeTeas fills up his wallet. Even with mixed overworld, there are going to be 3 large secrets as opposed to the 1 in second quest.
Yeah, hemorrhaging a little bit of that money. And speaking of the Coast Heart earlier, there it is here. So Jam is up to 5 hearts. Now, we did get a hint that may or may not have been true about the recorder being the white sword item on the coast. One part or all of that may be untrue, so we don't know if it's for sure, but what we do know is Jam now has a 66% chance of getting that item when he finds it.
Ooh, when beeTeas finds a Ladderbot Triforce in this gray dungeon he's found himself in, and finds himself very quickly leaving as a result.
Yeah, BT going to head up towards Spectacle Rock. The interesting thing about this is if the sword is here, it's typically a position that most runners will wait until the very end to check. So sword here might be a little bit for jamming yet. And BT's also finding the last large secret and taps out his money.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was at 223, so about 90 of those rupees just completely gone to waste there. Very unfortunate for beeTeas. As Jam's found level 4, and beeTeas also going to pick up a key, so that's going to give him a little bit more exploration ability. And Jam deciding that he's just going to look around elsewhere for a way around that dig dogger.
Yeah, level 4, he's pretty much certain that he will be able to make his way around. But it looks like he is going to wait a little bit until he explores any more of it. Possibly wanting to look a little bit more for the sword so he can sort of start combating his way through these levels a little bit better.
Yeah, because as good as the red candle is for Jam as he picks up his 6th heart container, I'm sure that he would much rather a pointy stick or a magic wand. Probably the pointy stick because it can kill the Fool's Voices and the Wizrobes that his handle and a potential one could not.
Jam finding yet another level.
And find the Patra, and that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to see there. Does grab some bombs.
That could have been First Quest 3, maybe?
I think the mini-map was a little too far to the right. Actually, it could have potentially been First Quest 2, if my mini-map eyes were correct. In which case, he didn't actually do the pirouette to see if the door to the north unlocked.
Well, let's see if beeTeas decides it, because he's in the same place, looked at the same Patra, and oh boy, we have a book on the coast. So that is an atlas. Just need a ladder to pick it up if our runners want to. beeTeas also checks the Patra and is like, no thank you.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the book on the coast is by the time they actually get the ladder, they might be in a situation where they already have determined what levels are where, so they may not actually need it, and if they have the wand, that is something that they'll want to avoid at that point because, of course, well, the book gives us fire still.
That is very true. But, I mean, there is still that Armos item out there somewhere. It could be the ladder. The white sword item could be the ladder as well. It depends on when we find the ladder and how much information our runners have when they come across that information. Jam going to see... this is very interesting. Jam is going up to Vanilla Level 2, but I believe in Mixed Quest, Vanilla 2 is always recorder spot. Yes.
Correct. I would imagine that both of our runners at this point are going to beeline up to this
this
final
Lost
Armos
Hills
spot, though,
Armos,
because,
yeah.
Definitely want to find out what that item is.
Jam wants to find out what's under this Armos and finds just another secret. I mean, money is fairly okay, a little bit above normal, but not much, and it is the wand as our Armos item.
Yeah, that's actually gonna be a big boon for our runners, considering they still don't have the sword. It will allow them to at least deal damage to most enemies, except those Wizrobes in one. So that will definitely help. And as I said, I highly doubt either of our runners will be at this point grabbing that book, because to them, I would imagine that not having the fire attached to the wand is more important than knowing the design of the levels.
Because I'm pretty sure both our runners have picked out that it's low first quest, high second quest.
Yeah, for sure Jam did, because he's gotten the map for first quest stuff, so... And I'm sure beeTeas is in the same boat.
It would very much surprise me if he's not, yes.
So Jam getting pretty healthy, up to 7 hearts now. Once again, is guaranteed that white sword item when we find it. And beeTeas finds the not-so-white sword.
He's got the wood sword. He will certainly take it, and Jam, right on his trail, will probably get it about the next 30 seconds or so, unless he spends more time in this level.
Yeah, this potentially could be level 3, so spending time in this level actually isn't as bad as some other levels, and beeTeas enters those same levels, so we'll see how much time either of them spends in here. I'd imagine beeTeas, if it is indeed 3, is going to figure it out, and it definitely looks like 3.
And those bubbles not bothering Jam one bit with no sword to be cursed out of. We do find the map, so we will get a confirmation on what this level is in short order. Yes, it is. First quest level 3. Good job, Grim.
But unfortunately, we do have some water blocks here, as well as key locks, so not the friendliest to start out. But Jam is clearing this room because in second quest, this could be a potential staircase, so he did want to check. In first quest rooms, that absolutely has nothing, so it never benefits to clear, but definitely have to check that in second quest.
And making good use of the hitboxes on the wand in order to hit those bunnies that normally you'd need a sword to get through. But Jam is not getting any further in this dungeon unless he just wants to take the Triforce and run, which he might end up doing. If he can, that is.
Except the Triforce is actually in the same room as the item, because in level 3 you can actually bomb or walk through a door to every single room, unless there is the old man below you or the corridor staircase,
the side staircase,
to the left.
And because he couldn't bomb to the left, that must be where it is. Yeah. So he
did get a key though, so that's going to be big for him. He will be able to get over there. beeTeas heading that way right now.
beeTeas also has a pair of keys. Does need to watch his health though. These blue Lionels really hurt.
Yeah, burns the key to go to the left. Luckily, it does not hurt him too much because the room below him is cleared. Interesting that he was clearing out that Lionel, maybe just trying for the heart, and oh my goodness.
Ladder block the other way around. He's gonna have to spend his last key in order to get to where he needs to go. Thankfully, it's going to get him where he needs to go, but still, key wasted. And a death as well. That's harsh. Our item in level 3 is the Power Bracelet. That's definitely has uses. Up to 7 more places that opens, including the 4 vanilla any roads, one of which is a regular any road.
Yeah, it's actually really nice to be able to pick that up here too, because they are up along the coast here. So there is that Power Bracelet spot that they will be able to get right away. And then they can sort of route in the rest while they're going through. beeTeas already was in the area of a few of them, I believe, but shouldn't be too much of an issue for either of a runner to route that stuff in.
Really should not, as Jam picks up his sword. Just a little bit distracted by the dungeon, no big deal.
And now beeTeas finds his Power Bracelet as well, so not too far behind Jammy here. We'll go up and clear out the Fool's Voice to get his first Triforce. And it'll be interesting to see if our runners start revisiting some of their older levels that they already found to try to get a few more Triforce and search for some of these key items.
What is ET's looking for, I wonder? He knows that he can get to the Triforce, he just has to hit the bunnies with the wand. I'm a little lost here. Was he looking for another key, maybe?
Yeah, he may have been peeking for a key just to try to see if he can find one. Unfortunately, none were there, so...
At least he got his Triforce without any further difficulties. The Jam is going to have to go the long way up the mountain to a vanilla level 5. And both of our runners finding a potion, the letter, and Jam's going to buy a potion. 46 for a blue, 70 for a red. Those prices seem a little bit high, but I don't think they're that much higher.
No, Jam fortunately was able to afford one as well. With second quest comes the second quest enemies, the red bubbles most notoriously. So having a nice little potion on hand is always beneficial, because it does allow you to regain your sword back if you do get hit by a red bubble.
And BT's 1 rupee short of being able to afford a blue. At 26 will put him up to 72. He will be able to buy red if he doesn't run into a door repair next time he comes across one and he decides he really wants one. But definitely with the second quest enemies, the potions have a lot more value.
Yeah, we'll see if he prioritizes that. There's a good chance he may not prioritize it right now as well, just because he does have the wand, so we'll definitely have to see.
Is another good point. The wand really depresses the value of potions a fair bit because you still have a really good attacking weapon even if your sword's been turned off.
Yeah, it's also
a lot of overworld exploration at the moment.
Yeah, it's also interesting to note that beeTeas did not actually grab the letter, as Shot pointed out, so it's not going to benefit him anyway.
BT is, however, in level 1, and he will be able to do a bit of digging. He'll almost certainly be able to get the red candle that Jam found, as well as the heart container. But Jam probably is going to head into that last little bit of the dungeon and get that staircase opened. Or the staircase could be right here, 1 room from the start. And we have, the wooden boomerang. Jam's gonna pick it up.
Jam does like the ability to stun enemies, so that doesn't actually shock me too much. I know quite often, like, the first boomerang he sees, he'll sometimes just go and grab, so. But he is going to continue exploring just to get his Triforce out of here. Definitely not a bad idea, because it is level 1.
And on the way, he might get a couple keys, yeah. There's only the 1 room he hasn't seen in this dungeon. So hopefully beeTeas remembers that this 5-die room is another staircase that can open. Gets a very useful clock. And that enemy set's just gonna mess with you no matter how good you are. Looked like Jam was about to peace out, decides he's gonna give this another go.
Yeah, the stubbornness here probably will entice him to do so. beeTeas is heading north instead, so he gets his heart container, and he's going to clear out this room, which could potentially hold the Triforce, so we'll have to see if Jam's making the right call or beeTeas is.
I'm sure they're going to cover each other's tracks. I find it very unlikely one will find the Triforce and the other won't. And
beeTeas does
BT
find it.
Makes the right call, but he's still missing an item. And it'll be the red candle, and he'll find that a lot closer to the bottom of the dungeon.
Yeah, so Jam's where he wants to be, and he's where Jam wants to be, so we'll get a high five sometime soon here.
I'm sure. And Lod's pointing out that Greenleaf is going to have a decision to make. Both the runners have earned his favor picking up that banana.
I'm not going to comment on that. So beeTeas grabs another key before he heads down to the southern part of the dungeon. As Jam finally enters his way into the location of the Triforce. We'll see if he just goes all out for killing these enemies, which I think he will now that he has the blue wizrobe trapped on that nice little loop through the blocks.
That was very nicely done there.
The other nice thing is the blue wizrobe seem to have rolled down pretty heavily in HP as well, so they'll be a lot nicer to deal with.
a little bit of rocket tag there with blue Wizrobes. You only need 1 or 2 hits to kill them, but they only need 1 or 2 hits to kill you. But 2 Triforce apiece for both of our runners. This is still neck and neck. However, BT is still missing an item, and he is going to redig.
Yeah, I mean, level 1, you get the Triforce, and you have a few rooms left to dig through to get the second item. You're going to go back and dig, for sure.
And speaking of digging, Jam is in level 4, and that's where he's going to take his stand. So I believe the room to the left of where BT's is the one that had the red candle.
Yeah, he's going to head right first, which isn't going to be a huge time loss. It is just gels in there, so it's not going to take too long to kill them to realize there's no item. But then he'll go over and see the red candle and really Triforce in level 4. So
yeah,
Jam
just
is
free
going to
for the taking. Although I believe that Jam found the heart container in level 4. What's he looking for at this point?
No, that wasn't here in level 4. That was a different level.
Okay. Yeah, my tracking's a bit off then.
And at least the maze room has blue bubbles and not red bubbles, so it makes it a lot friendlier.
Yes, and BT's, it looks like, yes, he's also found this level 4, so he'll probably be making the same set of plays that Jam is and has. And there's Ganon's room, but he's not there right now.
No, but we might have...
yeah,
or no.
Container was here in 4. Yeah, I thought I saw that here.
So, okay, so Jammy's tracking's a little off then.
I mean, this randomizer, it's entirely possible that that just happens. He could also be digging for a glut of keys, knowing that this is a really small dungeon.
Yeah, typically in a first quest dungeon, level 4 isn't one where you really dig for keys, and there's a ladder block, but you don't normally dig for keys, so my assumption is that he indeed did forget that he grabbed the heart out of here.
And something I'm sure he will remember. Or maybe he's gotten a little bit confused. In second quest, level 4 is the one with 2 items, but he's found the 2 items in level 1. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Jam's somehow convinced that there's a second item in this dungeon.
Alright, he was just looking for this heart?
I mean, that doesn't seem like it makes much sense.
He's pushing blocks. He's
looking for he's looking for another item. And because he also made that gaffe with first quest level 2.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not gonna fault Jammy or BT for any decision they make in this game because they are, well, they're fighting for their tournament lives, and you know, it's very, very close to the end. So I mean, nerves are probably something as well.
But both of our runners getting their third Triforce piece almost the exact same time. We have another quick race on our hands, folks.
Not only quick,
hey,
but
everybody.
close. And there's August, so that's my cue to check out. Enjoy the rest of the race, guys.
Yep, sorry about that. Catch me up real quick.
Well, we have first quest levels 1 through 6, second quest levels 7, 8, and 9. We have the red candle and the wooden boomerang in level 1, the power bracelet in level 3, the heart container in level 4. The book is on the coast. The wand was the Armos item, and as you can see, both our runners have 3 of the 5 Triforce pieces they need to get into level 9.
Ah, so we have found level 9. That's always good news.
Now, level 9 was found very early by both of our runners. I believe both of our runners are in Second Quest 7 right now, with this, not quite Pepto-Bismol, but pretty darn close, set.
Awesome. I'll have to rewatch the beginning of this race. But it looks like even Stevens.
Yeah, so right before you came in, BT and Jam picked up their third Triforce pieces almost at the exact same time. Jam running into that life or bombs room. And BT's cleared that when he had only 3 hearts, so he just went into zombie lake state. Jam does have to give up one of his heart containers in order to get through there. But we are still missing our bow, still missing our silvers. beeTeas is back in this level. We think it might be first quest level 2, but whatever it is, he's got this Patra to deal with. Jim trying to clip into the river to get that map, but he finds out, like beeTeas, that even with the clip, it's just out of reach. And an immediate Triforce for beeTeas as well. So that's 4 for beeTeas. And Jam finds another dungeon, BT redigging this dungeon. And another power breath block dungeon that Jam finds here. So very interesting as to which dungeons our runners are in. But Jam's found the Triforce as well. He just needs to go down one room. It's just standing right in the open. So that's 4 for Jam. We'll hopefully get a better look as to which Tringle that is when he checks his menu. But he's going to go right back in, it looks like. Whereas BT's, we're pretty sure this is first quest level 5 that he's in. So he has the Triforce from 5, not the Triforce from level 2. So both our runners redigging, trying to find items. Jam is in level 6, so that's where he has his 4th Triforce in. But BT finds the silver arrows!
There we go. Advantage BT.
I mean, he still needs to find the bow, but that is a huge find.
One more Triforce and he will start digging level 9. Hoping the bow's in there.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then that could be what gets BTs to loser semis.
And he will decrown the previous champ here. Still a lot of race to go.
Yeah, there is still a lot of race to go. That bow could be darn near anywhere, but Jam is determined to clear out this level 6.
How much of the power bracelet spots have these runners checked so far?
Between them, they've checked. I believe they've checked all 4 of the Take Any roads. I don't think they've checked any of the Second Quest exclusive ones. But beeTeas has found level 6 here, and this Triforce was very early in.
This would be number 5 for him.
And so the question will be, does he go straight to 9 and bank on Bow and 9? Or does he look elsewhere?
I think so. I think you run through until you find the kidnapped and the beast. Get that information out. At least by that time you should find one, if not both those items in there.
That's definitely a good way to think of it. But beeTeas has found one of the staircase. He's found the transport staircase in this level 6.
And right, you said first quest 1 through 6?
Correct.
Right, so that'll go for a quicker level 9. Second
A little
quest
bit,
then tends to be
a little bit
quicker.
smaller, but I wouldn't necessarily say quicker.
Well, it's just kind of already sectioned off into like quadrants. I don't know.
And that said, Second Quest 9 does have the walkthrough walls, 2 transport staircases, a single one-way staircase, and the 2 item staircases. So a lot less chance of a magical staircase being the problem, and much more likely that it's just going to be a slog.
How about keys? I see we do not have any key. Although Jam's up to 4 in level 9, those keys can drop quickly.
Yeah, those keys can vanish very, very quickly in level 9. And sometimes there's enough to save you, other times not so much.
We've seen any bomb upgrades?
We have not. The money was pretty good, so they may be able to invest in them. 526, 113, a little bit above average as far as money goes.
Yeah, I see they both have. I know the max it rolls is 125, so they have covered.
150. The large secret is 50 to 150.
Nah, I meant the bomb upgrade. I think max rolls.
Yes.
125.
Yeah, 125 is the max of a bomb upgrade. And very nicely done by beeTeas in this room with bubbles and shooters and the blue whiz robes. That was impressive. So both of our runners hunting down this item. beeTeas has found the Triforce, but he wants to find the item first, just in case it's the bow. Hedges bets a little.
Yeah, I mean, you spent so much time digging this level out so far. Might as well look for the item while you're here.
Or he's gonna find the compass literally one room above the Triforce. Some more bunnies being killed as Jam, I believe, has found the item staircase. Yes, he hasn't. Oh, it is the bow!
There we go. With their powers combined.
So if beeTeas digs out this item that I believe is just one room above the one he's in,
This is
yeah,
it. Gotta take out these
he hits
bunnies.
this and he's going to be in go mode.
It's kind of mean. The bunny's blocking the bow, but with the
It's a
sword
little
on,
mean,
not
but
too
with...
terrible.
Yeah, and Jam has to go and find level 5 Toot Sweet, or else he is going to be out.
Has Jam by any chance purchased the arrows?
He is not. beeTeas purchased wood arrows, though. But at 4435, beeTeas is in go mode. He just needs to go 4 rooms down and pick up his last Triforce piece, He's going to have a huge advantage going into level 9, but Jam's making the right call. Here's level 5. And this Triforce is going to be right here off this Patra. However, hopefully Jam thinks to redig. And yes, he does avoid the Y Force, and he's immediately going to find this item. It is, do believe he had to, beeTeas did have to go a bit of a ways to find it, but Jam is not leaving without this item. He's going to be very glad he isn't.
Alright, I'm glad I got back before it really got interesting. And there we go, beeTeas entering level 9, 4550.
So, level 9 has a few quirks to it. First, beeTeas will be listening for the roar of Ganon. Ganon spent all of his money on these fancy new second quest rooms and monsters that he didn't spend any money on installation. If you are one room away from Pig, you'll be able to hear him through the walls. Second, he'll be looking for a single shutter door that does not open, even after he's killed all the enemies in the room. That's where Zelda is hiding. Kill Ganon, save the princess, win the game. Also, there are 3 old men telling 3 maybe truths, maybe lies. We have no idea because this deceptive hints. And JamEvil has found his silver arrows. He's about to catch up.
Yeah, race is on.
The race is very much on. This is probably only going to be a 2 or 3 room lead, or 2 or 3 minute lead top end for beeTeas. So this is going to be a very close race. beeTeas, oh, he's found the ladder in level 9. Oh, of all the items to wander across, that's definitely one of the good ones.
Not as nice as that any key, but we'll take it.
I'm sure he will. That removes really the only other possible block out of contention for beeTeas, but that was very early in level 9. Not exactly out of the way. Jammy could easily find it.
Yeah, he's filling up at the fairy fountain before jumping in there.
And it just makes good sense. beeTeas is going to kill all these. That is not Zelda's room. We found Zelda's room, but she's not there. Whoops.
It's the Moldorm.
So
Not
here
so
we
dangerous.
go.
And
Yeah,
Jam with
less about
Jam with the 200 rupee camp. Not afraid to spend someone but on the arrows.
I mean, beeTeas has 140. He's certainly not going to be gun-shy about arrows either. The one big difference, Jam has potions. beeTeas does not.
Yep, definitely come into play. Are they wearing any rings?
No rings for either of them, no. They just both have the red tunic color. Oh, Jam finds a walkthrough wall. Walkthrough walls in level 9 are on in second quest. That's something good for him to know. And beeTeas has a Patra in a really bad spot.
You know, really bad spot, bad room.
He's making pretty good work of it, though.
And that's the reason he's all the way here. It's called the loser's bracket, but they haven't lost very much.
He's made his way all the way to the corner.
Beast in Southwest.
Southwest is Skull, but there's a 50% chance that that old man is full of it. And given that beeTeas is in the Southwest, I'm willing to bet that's likely a bunch of hooey.
I don't know. I think you might as well treat it true until it's proven false.
Yeah, I
Give
mean,
him the benefit of the doubt.
yeah, there's a 50% chance that he is in the Southwest. That is true, and beeTeas might have actually heard the beast, and we can't because he doesn't have audio up. Oh, and chat saying that Jam has found Zelda in the Northeast somewhere. Both are runners in pretty much the exact same room, I believe. beeTeas just a room behind Jam, but he's got to be careful down to 2.5 hearts.
Yeah, beeTeas did have a few extra minutes in level 9 here before Jam.
Yeah, about 2.5, yeah.
First one to the map room.
Now Jam's got to be careful down to 1 heart. I think it's fair to burn a potion there. Oh, beeTeas has found Ganon just above the left eye. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. Wood Sword means he's going to need 15 hits, and the Hyrule Driver is going to deal 4 hearts of damage, like that. And a Fireball is going to deal 1 full heart of damage. beeTeas has to be careful. No potion again. And he looks like he has a stun lock, but Jam's also in Ganon's room.
He lost that stun lock as soon as Jam entered on the other side.
And down to 1 heart too. A Fireball is lethal from here. Oh, and there's the Fireball. Ouch!
And
that might have
curse, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jam only at 4 hearts. He can't take another Hyrule Driver.
He's cycling through that.
Yep, he's gonna burn that potion, give himself 1 more hit. And there's Jam. Oh, he had the stun lock, but he lost it again. Yeah, being very patient here. He's just a little bit late on that follow-up hit. He's getting like 2 at a time, but he can't get. He can't chain together. This pointless moat room proving to be a real pain. Oh, now he's got it. There he is.
We got
now
bacon.
It's just a run to the princess. Yes, make sure you pick up that Triforce Jam.
Oh wow, that was.
Yeah, you can see the exact route Jam plotted out that took him straight to Zelda. And that's gonna be what wins him this race.
Up and then left.
I mean, when you're dealing with first quest level 9, the meta is just go straight up, and I guess stayed true for the most part for Jam through that walkthrough wall. That may have been what did it for him, because beeTeas never checked that. beeTeas going in against Ganon again, but it's probably going to be too little too late. And there's the door. We'll have a dot done coming in any minute. And there it is. JamEvil has won this race with an official SRL time of 53 minutes and 37 seconds. What a comeback.
Yeah, and then beeTeas is getting the stun lock here.
Yep, beeTeas will finish with a very respectable time. Gets that last hit on Ganon. And he had the ladder, which made his movement through that a lot easier, too. He just has to find his way to Zelda.
Yep, GG's all around. Some finish. Sub-hour. Definitely glad I caught the end of this one.
Yeah, this was definitely a very good race. beeTeas, I'm not sure how much exploration beeTeas has left, but hopefully he does think to make that trip through that walkthrough wall. Hopefully he remembers those are on.
Good evening.
And with
Yo.
that, we have JamEvil in the commentators booth. What a race!
Yeah, I don't know how the race was, but the seed itself wasn't too bad. I mean, everything I needed was right where I looked for it, except for the ladder. Wow, that ladder would have really helped in that Ganon room, huh?
You want to know where the ladder was?
Nope. No, I know not. 8.
I'll tell you anyway. It was 3 rooms into level 9.
Oh, okay. I skipped over
It
it.
was near the start in level 9.
Yeah, that would have helped.
beeTeas was just a few minutes ahead of you into level 9 and found that ladder a few rooms in.
Yeah, he did level 5 first and found the silver arrows, then found the bow in level 6 a little bit before you did. But you went straight to 5 as your 5th dungeon. You decided, I'm not leaving without this item, and it paid off handsomely.
I mean, that's the only other level that I knew of that wasn't ladder blocked. 7 was ladder blocked, and I had no idea where 2 or 8 was, so that kind of was my only play in the seed, unless I wanted to go dig Death Mountain.
Yeah, and it turned out to be the right one. It seems that what's throwing beeTeas, he hasn't taken into account the walkthrough wall in level 9 that you took that led you up towards Zelda's room.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that was tricky because that horizontal shoot room, it really deters you from wanting to advance. And then, I always check, whenever it's second quest level 9, I always check the top right corner first, and then I make my way to the top left corner. Usually with that strategy, you run into either Ganon or Zelda on each path, or both if you're lucky. And it makes it really, like, second quest 9 is so much easier. So many different paths, less blocks.
That's what I said.
And it's really a blessing to a really nasty seed. So I really enjoyed that. And but that Ganon room, I was so close. I've never fought Ganon in that room without the ladder. So that was something new to experience. I feel like my technique was, I was scared the whole time. You saw me potioning, and I was trying to cycle to the potion. It was just like nerve-wracking, and I'm so glad that it felt like he had reduced HP. So that was good.
I mean, it definitely was frantic, but yeah, having that potion definitely made things very good. The one-way stair in level 9 spits you out into a Chevy room. Thankfully, beeTeas does have that ladder, but he's still not going to be able to do much unless he does that walkthrough walls. There might have been a way around. beeTeas, he's heading in the right direction. Maybe he has found a way around that walkthrough wall. I believe he has. Because he's in this dark room with the Gyptos. Yep. So there was an alternate path, but it required you to take that one-way stair. But beeTeas should, as long as he stays on this route, finish under the hour, which, given the conditions, is really great. Up, and there's the door, and there's the dot door for him. So, ladies and gentlemen, everyone get your GGs in chat for beeTeas, who has finished with an official SRL time, 58 minutes, 9 seconds.
Fortunately, this is the end for beeTeas. Great runner. Made it this far into the tournament for a reason. But, Jam, congratulations. What do you feel about the next stage?
I'm looking forward to Fury, the new blood of Fury SK. I don't think I've experienced the wrath or the fury of Fury, so hopefully I get a chance to show my true colors, and we'll see what happens. I'd like to advance to get to the next stage of this losers bracket, but I'm not counting my blessings yet. That's for sure. Fury is a tough opponent. From what I've seen so far in the tournament, and I look forward to having the challenge of playing against him. So,
and Jam, although I'm sure you can see it, beeTeas does just want you to know that he loves you.
I love me some beeTeas. If you're not following beeTeas, you really should. You talk about a very entertaining streamer and a really awesome dude. Gotta love beeTeas. Great person. One of the most look forward to people. One of the most. What is it? I can't even speak words in it right now. Words are hard. One of the people I look most forward to hang out with at GDQ again. So that'll be fun.
All right. Well, very well done from both of you. Also would like to give a shout out to the Speed Gaming crew for helping us on this restream, as well as Insert Something Witty here, helping us on the tracking. And also thanks both to our runners and the audience for being patient with us, waiting a little bit longer than we may have expected, but I'm sure the wait was worth it for everyone. Wouldn't you agree, August?
Yep. Sorry I was a little late, but, that's what happens. Great end. Came in right at the good part. So
Nice.
I'm happy I got it.
So I'm gonna try to schedule my match with Fury as soon as possible. So make sure to keep an eye on the schedule. I'll post it in the Discord when that does get scheduled. I'll probably talk to him after this. So.
And so we'll have that JamEvil Fury SK coming up. We also Sunday night at 9 o'clock, Game 2, Redbird Grad Crystal Saber. That is going to be a doozy. Game 1 was incredible. I can only imagine how the rest of this series is going to play. But August, anything else you'd like to say?
No, I'm just disappointed the tournament's coming to an end, but I know the Battle Royale is coming up too. So plenty more Zelda 1 Randomizer to come.
And it's silly, August. There's always another tournament. There's always another tournament.
Awesome. Well, thank you
So
both
that's
for the
good.
commentary. Thank you so much for having me, and have a good night. Yeah, thank you.
That is going to do it for us, for all of us in the booth. For my co-commentator, August 40th, I am Algernon25. We will see you next time.